My special in-studio guest tonight, Chasez. We got some 92 Pro FM listeners in the studio, some special winners who are hanging out with us tonight. JC, thank you for coming by.
My pleasure, man. My pleasure.
Dude, I'm very excited. The new album. I want you to tell me about the new album.
Okay. First of all, I'm here, playing everybody some music and stuff. These guys, they came in they won, so I played them a couple of tunes tonight. The album is, there's not a finalized title, but tentatively the album is going to be called Kate.
Kate.
Yes, indeed. Yeah.
K-A-T-E?
K-A-T-E.
Who's Kate?
Kate is an imaginary person that
high standards, aren't you?
Why not? Well, like the songs are, I wanted to make a record that people could relate to and things like that, but I wanted to make it interesting as well. And none of the songs are in particular about one person. They're from maybe a collection of experiences.
Mm-hmm.
So I ended up, each song is kind of like more than one scenario that's maybe happened to me at one time or another. And since it's not about one person, I kind of had to dream it into this one person to give the record a focus.
One big conglomerate person. All I'm thinking about is the next step for you is you're going to go into like some sort of like weird science.
No, I'm not going to hook it up to a Barbie doll. No.
Actually create something. So, what would you like boys like to do first?
It's essentially that. With the record, then that's my weird science. I've gone into the studio over the past year and created this person out of thin air.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's great. So when is the tentative date that the new album's going to drop?
Well, obviously I'm throwing you guys a single. You guys hopefully will play it tonight, and then
of course we'll play it tonight. We'll play it in a little bit.
Yeah, and then the album should be out like March, April. So that's
March or April. Well,
yeah,
great. Well, Chasez is hanging out with us, of course, formerly of NSYNC. We got some winners here in the studio. We're going to ask them some questions, and we'll come right back with JC in just a few minutes on 92 Pro FM. He's in the studio because we're hanging out with Chasez. Ladies,
woo!
Thank you very much. That was a little delayed excitement there. So where's Courtney? Courtney had a question for JC. Come on up, Courtney. I want you to talk right into this mic. And what's your question for JC?
I wanted to know if you were planning on going on tour.
Yeah, that's the goal. Right now, since I'm just getting this whole thing started up, I'm running around letting everybody know that I have a record out again, and soon after this, I'll start putting together tour dates and stuff like that. I want to play this stuff live. Even the first single, like when I was writing it, I already heard it live in my head while I was writing it.
Wow,
so,
that's amazing.
Yeah, and I've actually played a couple shows with my buddy Justin. We've done a couple shows together, and so I've had the fortunate, chance to perform with him again, and it's been a lot of fun.
Do you think that you and Justin, or you and maybe Lance or somebody, hook back up and just do like not a full NSYNC reunion, but maybe just do like a whole release a single together at some point?
I think this is probably the closest. We ended up writing the song and producing it together, so I think right now that's probably about as far as it's going to go as far as any kind of reunion goes. Mm-hmm. Everybody's really happy with what they're doing. Lance is off in Sundance and still doing his movie stuff, and
no more space for him though.
No more space, man. And then Joey and Chris are actually doing TV shows now, and Justin's on tour and has a great album that everybody seems to be loving right now. Mm-hmm. I'm a big fan, and now I'm getting ready to drop my record, and I've been working on it for the past year, so I really want people to hear this music as well. So everybody's really happy where they're at. So
awesome. Anyone else have a question for JC? Come on over here. What's your name?
Amanda.
Amanda has a question. Where are you from, Amanda?
Providence.
All right, what's your question for JC?
What's your favorite song on your new album?
On my new album? That's tough to say. I'm actually still kind of living with these songs. They're all still new to me because I just finished writing them. So it kind of changes on the daily. I know a lot of people like the song Kate, which, I did a song called Kate for the record, and a lot of people like that.
The fictional woman.
The fictional woman.
JC's fantasy.
I actually, right now, I'm kind of partial to a couple of songs. I think one of them is called Satellite, and it's a really cool, interesting record, more of an electronic record. And it's just a metaphor, and I find the song very smart, and I like that. I wanted to make a record that can spark interest to people. I didn't want to treat my audience like they weren't intelligent. I wanted to respect my audience enough to treat them as an intelligent audience. And instead of just putting the same old cliches together, I wanted to put interesting ideas incorporated into these stories. So.
You know, I was reading this. I actually went to your Wikipedia page.
Yeah,
and
watch
it's saying-
out.
Yeah, and it actually says that you have described your music as IPM, intelligent pop music, for what you just said. It's like you want to make pop music that's not just just bubblegum, dumb.
Well, I just feel like anybody can say, we broke up and I hate you, and I've heard that song 1,000 times, so it's
you've
like...
sung it 1,000
yeah,
times.
and everybody has, and there's nothing wrong with it. I mean,
Right.
because it is something that we all live and we all go through, but I wanted to find an interesting way to say it. I really wanted to find a unique way to say it that was completely my own, and this first single, instead of saying, I don't want to be with you anymore, I turned it around and I said, you know what, I loved you all the way until yesterday.
Gotcha.
And it says the same thing, but yet if you find it more it's a little bit more colorful. It's a little bit more thoughtful, and that's what I do with the record. I tried to make a thoughtful record. So
You want to hear Until Yesterday?
let's hear it, man.
Let's play it.
This is my
the brand
record,
new-
man.
The brand new single from JC Chasez, Until Yesterday, on 92 Pro FM. Until Yesterday on today's hit music, 92 Pro FM. And what do you know, JC hanging out in the studio at
Yes,
92
indeed.
Pro FM tonight. How you doing, JC?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Happy to be here.
Now, I wanted to ask you about the new album again. You have a couple songs on there. According to your Wikipedia page,
Yeah, okay.
one of the tracks is called God Bless America.
Yes, indeed.
Is that the regular God Bless America, or is this a brand new...
This is a whole other thing. This is it's our take. It's another one I did with Justin. We were sitting around the studio and we were like, you know what? I haven't heard like a California Girls kind of thing in a long time. The last people to do it were like maybe the Beach Boys or David Lee Roth remade it, but nobody's actually written an original song in a while that kind of is in that genre. So we decided, what would be like the next. I wish they all could be California Girls. We just kind of were like, man, and we just kind of were sitting around and. We both live in the South and stuff like that, and just thinking like all the funny sayings that everybody kind of said around us, and we were just like, God bless America, that woman is beautiful. And we were like, we're gonna make that into a song now. So
That's great.
so that's how it ended up becoming the record, God Bless America. It's actually just about how hot a girl is and and how there's no place better to meet a girl than right here. So
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And another song is called Better With You.
Better With You. That song is. It's kind of like a mid-tempo ballady kind of thing, and that's just about that's your typical I'm in love and my life is better with you in it. So.
Gotcha. Now, who else had a question? Someone else. Come on over here. What's your name again?
Stephanie.
Stephanie. Where are you from, Stephanie?
Providence.
Stephanie from Providence. What would you like to ask JC Chasez?
I wanted to ask you, when you're on tour, where's your favorite place to perform?
It's tough. It's like I don't know. As long as the crowd's happy, I'm happy, man. I'm most comfortable, being in front of the crowd, and you could literally stick me, on the center of Antarctica, and if I've got 3 people there that are willing to listen to my song enthusiastically, I'm going to jump around like an idiot for them. So I will say, I would say, playing home is, it's the double-edged sword. It can be the greatest and the worst at the same time because you're pulled in so many directions. But yet you're so happy to be home. So
and I'm sure being home, the pressure is
it's
more on
tough.
because you want to make it better for your hometown crowd.
It's yes and no. It's again because it's so hard because you're also trying to spend time with your family because you don't get to see them as often as you'd like because you're always traveling. So and then your friends want to pull you in 50 directions as well. So. And yet, you're home. So you're like, hey, you guys, this is the product of I'm a product of you guys. I come from you, so I'm going to give you everything that I have. And but me, I like to go out there and give it, 1,000% every night. Like I said, if you guys, paid your, whatever, if you paid your dollars to come in and see me, I'm going to give you everything I got, because I'm thankful every day. I know that it's a gift, This life is temporary and every day is a gift, and so I'm thankful every day.